What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, September 19th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. The 68th Primetime Emmy Awards took place last night at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles and was hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. Game of Thrones won Best Drama Series, while Veep won Best Comedy Series. The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, won Miniseries or Movie, while Sherlock the Abominable Bride for Masterpiece won Best TV Movie. Last Week Tonight with John Oliver won Best Variety Talk Series, while Key and Peele won Variety Sketch Series. Jeffrey Tambor won Best Actor in the Comedy Series for his role in Transparent, while Julia Louis-Dreyfus won Best Actress in the Comedy Series for Veep. Rami Malek won Best Actor in the Drama Series for his role in Mr. Robot, while Tatiana Maslany won Best Actress in the Drama Series for Orphan Black. Cornelius B. Vance won Best Actor in the Miniseries or Movie for his role in The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, while Sarah Paulson won Best Actress in a Miniseries or Movie for The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story. Ben Mendelsohn won Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series for Bloodline, while Dame Maggie Smith won Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series for her role in Downton Abbey. Louis Anderson won Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series for his role in Baskets, while Kate McKinnon won Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series for Saturday Night Live. Sterling K. Brown won Best Supporting Actor in a Limited Series or Movie for The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, while Regina King won Best Supporting Actress in a Miniseries or Movie for her role in American Crime. RuPaul won Best Reality Host for RuPaul's Drag Race, while The Voice won Reality Competition Program. For writing for a comedy series, it went to Aziza Ansari and Alan Yang for the episode Parents from the series Masters of None. For Best Writing from a Drama Series, went to David Benioff and D.B. Weiss for the episode Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones. Writing for the miniseries or movie went to D.V. De Vintedness for The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story for the episode Marsha. Writing for a variety series went to Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Writing for a variety special went to Patton Oswalt for Patton Oswalt Talking for Clapping. Directing for comedy series went to Jill Soloway for the episode Man of the Land from Transparent. Directing for a drama series went to Miguel Sapochnik for the episode Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones. Directing for a miniseries or movie went to Susan Bayer for The Night Manager. Directing for a variety series went to Ryan McFall for Inside Amy Schumer. Directing for a variety special went to Thomas Kail and Alex Rudinsky for Grease Live. Guest actor in a drama series went to Hank Azaria for Ray Donovan, while Margot Martindale won Guest Actress in a drama series for her guest appearance on The Americans. Peter Scolari won Guest Actor in a comedy series for Girls, and Guest Actress in a comedy series went to Tina Fey and Amy Poehler for Saturday Night Live. Kay McKinnon got congratulations Sunday from one of the most famous people she imitates, Hillary Clinton. The Democratic presidential candidate sent a shout-out via Twitter after McKinnon picked up a Comedy Supporting Actress Emmy for her work on Saturday Night Live. McKinnon had earlier thanked Clinton during her acceptance speech. Clinton tweeted during the telecast, "Congratulations on your Emmy, Kay. Big fan of yours, too." Playing Clinton has become a specialty of McKinnon's. She has frequently portrayed the former First Lady during the show's cold opening segments, and Clinton appeared alongside McKinnon in a surprise cameo as a bartender during an October 2015 show. McKinnon scored a major upset with her win, which was the first in an SNL performer has won in a major comedy category in the show's 41-year history. During the 1970s, original cast members Chevy Chase and Gilda Radner won for individual performance on a variety series. After 4 years of playing at least 5 different characters on Orphan Black, Tatiana Maslany finally won her first Emmy, and Twitter reacted accordingly. One exciting fan wrote, "Finally, Tatiana Maslany." Another wrote, "I'm actually screaming at home. Thankfully, no one else is here." The actress immediately began trending on Twitter following her popular win. One user joked about the actress's dedicated fan base who had been campaigning for her to win an Emmy for the entire duration of the show. What will Tatiana Maslany's fans do now that their efforts have come to fruition? Get outside, enjoy brunch, visit the zoo. Maslany was also nominated last year for Best Actress in a Drama. On Orphan Black, Maslany plays at least 5 identical clones: Sarah, Allison, Cosma, Rachel, and Helena, in addition to various other clones who pop in and out of the sci-fi story. In her category, Maslany beat out Robin Wright for House of Cards, Viola Davis for How to Get Away with Murder, Taraji P. Henson for Empire, and first-time nominee Kerry Russell for The Americans. Transparent creator Jill Soloway used her Emmy Award win as a platform to slam presidential candidate Donald Trump. Soloway, who took home Best Director in a Comedy Series for her groundbreaking Amazon series, did not mince words when asked to offer her sentiments on the Republican nominee. Soloway says Jews were otherized in Nazi Germany to gain political power for Hitler, and now Donald Trump is doing the same thing. He's otherizing people. He calls women pigs if they don't look like beauty pageant contestants. He blames Muslims and Mexicans for our problems. He makes fun of disabled people. There is otherizing with a capital O. He needs to be called out at every chance he gets for being one of the most dangerous monsters to ever approach our lifetimes. The Transparent showrunner continued. In her acceptance speech, Soloway underscored the importance of taking oppressed groups and making them the heroes of narratives that accurately represent their lived lives. Donald Trump, she says, is a threat to those lives, a dangerous monster, and at any moment that I have to call Trump out for being an inheritor to Hitler, I will. The 3rd season of Transparent premieres September 23rd on Amazon Prime. Sarah Paulson took to the stage Sunday night to accept the Emmy for Best Actress in a miniseries, as pretty much every prognosticator expected, and made an apology to her date Marcia Clark in the process. Paulson portrayed the former Los Angeles District Attorney in Affix's The People vs. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story, befriending the former prosecutor and now novelist while researching the role. Paulson invited Clark to accompany her to the Emmys, and when she finally stepped to the podium to give the speech much of the country was expecting, she used that platform to say she was sorry for her understanding of Clark at the time of the O.J. Simpson trial. She says the responsibility of playing a real person is an enormous one. You want to get it right, not for you, but for them. The more I learned about the real Marcia Clark, not the two-dimensional cardboard cutout I saw in the news, but the complicated, whip-smart, giant-hearted mother of two who woke up every day, put both feet on the floor, and dedicated herself to righting an unconscionable wrong. The more I had to recognize that, I, along with the rest of the world, have been superficial and careless in my judgment, and I'm glad to be able to stand here today in front of everyone and tell you I'm sorry. The actress also thanked her People vs. O.J.'s co-stars Sterling K. Brown, who played Clark's prosecuting partner Christopher Darden, saying without his performance, this would not be possible. People vs. O.J. Simpson was nominated for 22 Emmys. Julia LouisDreyfus shared painful news as she accepted her Emmy for Best Actress in a Comedy Series. Her father, William, passed away last week. The businessman, poet, and art collector who amassed a fortune that Forbes valued at more than $3 billion died on Friday at the age of 84, according to USA Today. Trembling while reading from a prepared speech, the actress dedicated her 6th consecutive Emmy trophy to my father, William LouisDreyfus, who passed away on Friday. And I'm so glad that he liked Veep because his opinion was the one that really mattered. LouisDreyfus said that HBO president of programming Casey Boyles and network chairman and CEO Richard Plepler had proved their deep friendship, especially this week. Besides thanking her cast and crew, the actress offered some apologies for the absurdities of this year's presidential election. LouisDreyfus said, I also like to take this opportunity to personally apologize for the current political climate. I think that Veep has torn down the walls between comedy and politics. Our show started out as a political satire, but it now feels like a sobering documentary. LouisDreyfus said on stage, so I certainly do promise to rebuild that wall and make Mexico pay for it. Comedian Fred Armisen apparently was dying to get to Sunday night's Emmy Awards because he arrived in a hearse. With his date, Orange is the New Black star Natasha Lyonne at his side, Armisen stepped out of the hearse, dressed in head-to-toe black and sporting a rather peculiar accessory, neck bolts a la Frankenstein. Before the duo arrived on the scene at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, Lyonne tweeted, Fred's banter with the hearse driver is legendary, adding shortly thereafter, spooky, oh, to be a fly in that car window. It wasn't until her Twitter followers tuned in to see the pre-show that they realized what she was talking about. The Grosh People's Choice Award was presented to writer director Damien Chazelle's La La Land at the Toronto International Film Festival Sunday. Set in contemporary Los Angeles and starring Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, the movie musical follows Mia, an aspiring actress, and Sebastian, a dedicated jazz musician, who are struggling to make ends meet in a city known for destroying hopes and breaking hearts, a press release noted. The first runner-up was Garth Davis' Lion, featuring Dev Patel, and the second runner-up was Mir Nair's Queen of Katawi, starring Lupita Nyong'o. The Grosh's People's Choice Midnight Madness Award went to Ben Wheatley's Free Fire, with the cast led by Brie Larson. The synopsis explains, Justine has brokered a meeting in a deserted warehouse between two Irishmen and a gang led by Vern and Ord, who are selling them a stash of guns. But when shots are fired in the handover, a heart-stopping game of survival ensues. The first runner-up was Andre Orovdal's The Autopsy of Jane Doe, and the second runner-up was Julia Ducournau's Raw. Disney revealed a pair of international posters for their upcoming Star Wars prequel film Rogue One. Released on the official Star Wars trailer account Thursdays, the poster featured main protagonist Jyn Erso, portrayed by Felicity Jones, front and center wielding a blaster. The first image from South Korea portrays Jones leading her team of ragtag rebel fighters, including main partner and co-pilot Cassian Andor, played by Diego Luna, a grizzled soldier, Baze Malbos, played by Jiang Wen, a spiritual warrior who believes in the Force, Chirrut Imui, played by Donnie Yen, and a tall, reproposed Imperial droid, K-2SO, played by Alan Tudyk, giving the team their odds of survival as they seemingly navigate inside the planet-destroying Death Star. The second, from Japan, features Jones alone on a beach in the shadows of the Death Star. The post is captioned "Incoming Official #Rogue One Intel from South Korea and Japan." Directed by Godzilla Hammer Garth Edwards, Rogue One is the first of several planned Star Wars spin-off films set to be released between mainline entries in the series such as Star Wars Episode 8. Set between the events of A New Hope, Rogue One will depict the war between the Empire and the Rebel Alliance as a group of rebel fighters attempt to steal the plans for the Death Star. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, released in theaters on December 16. Recently, composer Michael Giacchino signed on to score the film as a replacement for original composer Alexandre Desplat, who had bowed out of the project due to scheduling differences. Shailene Woodley says she thinks her Snowden character, Lindsay Mills, Edwin Snowden's longtime girlfriend, will help moviegoers see a more personal side of the controversial National Security Agency whistleblower. The 24-year-old actress said after a special screening of the film in New York Wednesday, "It's easy for the media to spin a story and to portray a certain narrative. Something that fascinates me about the screenplay to begin with was a lot of us know who Edward Snowden is, or we thought we knew who he was. A lot of people have a lot of strong judgments about Edward Snowden, but I feel like until this movie, none of us actually knew the story of Ed the human. We knew the story that the mainstream media had put out and the story that the government released, but we didn't know his story." Director Oliver Stone agreed it was essential to include Ed and Lindsay's occasionally rocky romance in the biopic, otherwise you would have a hard, cold movie which could almost look like a documentary, feel like one. Set to open Friday, the film stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt and chronicles how Snowden disclosed to the British newspaper documents showing U.S. government surveillance on American citizens. Snowden has acknowledged he broke federal law by stealing secret documents while employed as a contractor for the NSA, and this week he says he's seeking pardon from U.S. President Barack Obama. Woodley is best known for her work in the television series Secret Life of the American Teenager, in the films The Sentence, The Spectacular Now, The Fault in Our Stars, and the Divergent series. Fargo has added Mary Elizabeth Winstead to its cast for Season 3. The show's Facebook page said on Friday, "Welcome to Fargo, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. The 21st century set season of the dark comedy mystery series will also star Ewan McGregor and Carrie Coon. Its debut early next year." Winstead is best known for her work in the TV shows Wolf Lake, The Return, Mercy Street, and Braindead, as well as in the films 10 Cloverfield Lane, Swiss Army Man, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and A Good Day to Die Hard. A&E Network says it has greenlit Little Funny, executive producer Ellen DeGeneres' docuseries about child comedian Saffron Herndon. The 10-episode program is to debut in early 2017. It'll feature comedy icons Chris Rock, Wanda Sykes, George Lopez, and Tom Papa acting as mentors to Saffron. DeGeneres said in a statement, "It's crazy that Safi is telling such hilarious jokes at 11 years old. When I was 11, I was telling knock-knock jokes. To be honest, I'm still telling knock-knock jokes." Ellen Fontaine-Bryan, the network's executive vice president and head of programming, says the world of stand-up comedy has never been explored through the point of view of an 11-year-old kid. Safi's journey, like that of any artist, is unique and unexpected. Viewers will have a peek behind the curtains as she hones her craft with the help of today's best comics. IFC Films says it has acquired The Bleeder, a boxing drama that screened at the Venice and Toronto International Film Festival. Directed by Philip Ferrido and written by Jeff Fugzeek and Jerry Stahl, the Chop Wepner biopic stars Liev Schreiber, Elizabeth Moss, and Naomi Watts. It will get a North American theatrical release in the spring. Faldadro said in a statement, "The Bleeder's journey could have not found a better conclusion. I'm thrilled that IFC Films acquired our film. I love the group's philosophy, and during the past days, their passion for The Bleeder was certainly contagious. I look forward to working with them in the near future." Schreiber added, I'm truly thrilled our film has found a home at IFC Films and Showtime. The team at IFC Films is pretty much leading the way in terms of effective and substantive theatrical releases right now. As for Showtime, they've become family in the past 5 years, so to have them be a part of this movie just feels right. Such a great outcome. Showtime will be the paid television home for the movie after its theatrical release. The network is also where Schreiber's series Ray Donovan airs. Filmmaker Cameron Crowe says his rock and roll drama Roadies has been canceled after a single 10-episode season. The Showtime series starred Luke Wilson, Carl Gugino, Imogen Potts, Rafi Spall, Keisha Castle-Hughes, Peter Cambord, Machine Gun Kelly, and Ron White. Crowe wrote in a blog post Friday, "Thanks to Showtime and J.J. Abrams for the opportunity to make the one and only season of Roadies. My mind is still spinning from the giddy highs of working with this epic cast and crew. Though we could tell 1,000 more stories, this run ends with a complete 10-hour tale of music and love. Like a song that slips under your skin or a lyric that keeps you speaking to you. We hope the spells of Roadies lingers. It was a life-changing experience for all of us." You can see it by saying so much appreciation goes out to the sensational actors and crews who lived and breathed their stories and characters with their whole hearts. We became a family of our own music-loving troupe. Thanks also to the musicians who live so comfortably in the world of acting. And thanks to all at Bad Robot and Winnie Holtzman, great collaborators all. Big thanks to our fans for watching and cheering us on. We'll see you soon with the new project and many of the same actors, I'm sure. Crowe's other credits include Almost Famous, Jerry Maguire, and Say Anything. The new Amazon original series, The Grand Tour, starring former Top Gear hosts Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May, is to premiere November 18th. Fresh installments of the docu-series about the globe-trotting car enthusiast will then be released weekly via the subscription-based online streaming service. Jay Marine, the vice president of Amazon Prime Video EU, said in a statement Friday, customers have been desperate to find out when they can watch their favorite team back on screen. So we are very excited to announce the launch date of one of the most globally anticipated shows of 2016. The guys have been having a blast filming the show around the world. We can't wait for fans to see it weekly beginning November 18th only on Amazon Prime Video. Clarkson was fired from the BBC Top Gear a year ago after a dust-up with the producer. A longtime co-host May and Hammond refused to do the show without him. Praising the trio were Chris Evans, Matt LeBlanc, Eddie Jordan, Sabine Schmitz, Chris Harris, and Roy Reed. Evans quit the show this summer, however, amid reports of low ratings and diminished interest from fans. An American version of Top Gear recently wrapped up its 6th and final season on the History Channel. The 16th Century said musical comedy Something Rotten is set to close January 1st after 742 performances at the St. James Theatre, producers announced. The show was directed and choreographed by Casey Nicholaw, with music and lyrics by Wayne Kilpatrick and Kerry Kilpatrick, and a book by Kerry Kilpatrick and John O'Farrell. The national tour of the production will officially begin January 17th at the Boston Opera House. Producer Kevin McCollum said in a statement Friday, "On behalf of all the producers, we're so grateful to the exceptional company and crew for a wonderful run. It has been rewarding to have the opportunity to bring this completely original music to the stage with Casey Nicholaw's vision and to introduce new voices in the musical theater with Kerry Kilpatrick, John O'Farrell, and Wayne Kilpatrick. And we are thrilled to announce our campaign to make America laugh again with our national tour. Something Rotten stars Rob McClure as Nick Bottom, Will Chase as William Shakespeare, John Grazzetti as Nigel Bottom, Leslie Kritzker as B, Brad Oscar as Nostradamus, Catherine Burnell as Portia, David Beach as Brother Jeremiah, Edward Hibbert as Lord Chapman, Master of the Justice, Jerry Vici as Shylock, and Andre Ward as Minstrel. Synopsis reads, brothers Nigel and Nick Bottom are desperate to write a hit play, but are struck in the shadows of that Renaissance rock star known as the Bar. A local soothsayer foretells that the future of theater involves singing, dancing, and acting at the same time. Nick and Nigel set out to write the world's very first musical. But amidst the scandalous assignment of opening night, the Bottom brothers realize that reaching the top means being true to thine own self, and all that jazz. With its heart on its ruffled sleeve and sequence in its soul, Something Rotten is an uproarious dose of pure Broadway fun, an irresistible ode to musicals, those dazzling creations that entertain us, inspire us, and remind us that everything's better with an exclamation point. In a passing to report, Tony Award-winning playwright Edward Albee has died after a short illness at his home in Montauk, New York. He was 88. The dramatist's personal assistant, Jacob Holder, confirmed his death Friday to the New York Times. Among Albee's estimated 30 works are The Zoo Story, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, The Goat, or Who is Sylvia, Tiny Alice, A Delicate Balance, Seascape, Three Tall Women, Me, Myself, and I, and Edward Albee's Pete and Jerry. Albee said in 2012, all my plays are about people missing the boat, closing down too young, coming to the end of their lives with regrets at things not done. Playbill reported that several years ago, before Albee underwent extensive surgery, he penned a note to be released at the time of his death. The message said, to all of you who have made my being alive so wonderful, so exciting, so full, my thanks and all my love. Albee was 88. Actor and director Mel Gibson is poised to be a father for the 9th time. People magazine says Rosalind Ross, his girlfriend of 2 years, is pregnant and expecting to give birth in early 2017. A friend told the publication Mel and Rose are so excited about the baby. Mel loves being a dad, and he and Rose can't wait to be parents together. The last 2 years have been some of his happiest he's ever had. 60-year-old celebrity's publicist confirmed the pregnancy to E! News after people broke the story. Gibson most recently fathered daughter Lucia in 2009 with former girlfriend Oksana Grivivia. He was previously married to Robin Moore, the mother of 7 of his children, for 26 years before splitting up in 2006. The Lethal Weapon and Braveheart star recently debuted his latest directorial effort, Hacksaw Ridge, at the Toronto International Film Festival to great acclaim. Actor Michael C. Hall displayed his musical talent Thursday during a tribute performance to the late singer David Bowie. The Dexter star took the stage to perform Bowie's song Lazarus from the legendary musician's final album Black Star as part of the 2016 Hyundai Mercury Prize ceremony. The award show honors the best British album of the year. Black Star lost to artist Skepta for his album Konnichiwa. Hall performed Lazarus against a video backdrop featuring Bowie and alongside a collection of background singers and a horn section. The actor had worked with Bowie in the past when they collaborated on the off-Broadway musical also entitled Lazarus. It was one of the last projects Bowie finished before his death in January of this year. Hall starred in the leading role in the production and will return to it once the play moves over to London in October. Actor and musician Corey Feldman sang his song Go For It with his band on Friday's edition of NBC's The Today Show. The 45-year-old former child star, whose films include The Lost Boys, Gremlins, The Goonies, and Stand By Me, appeared on the morning program to promote his latest album, Angelic to the Core. Feldman tweeted after he and the show was trending on social media following the music set, "Oh well, I guess the Angels and I did our job. Hashtag Go For It." People can't stop talking about Corey Feldman's performance. Rapper Coolio and another man were arrested on gun charges at LAX on Saturday after trying to sneak a loaded stolen gun through security. Airport police said an unidentified 39-year-old man was stopped at a security checkpoint after the Transportation Security Administration screeners detected the presence of a firearm in his carry-on bag. Police stopped the individual while allowing Coolio to proceed to his flight. Later, police determined items in the bag belonged to Coolio and took him off his flight for questioning. Police determined other items in the carry-on belonged to Coolio. His real name is Artist Leon Ivy. The Los Angeles Police Department booked the Grammy-winning Gangsta's Paradise rapper and his companion on charges of possession of a loaded stolen firearm. Bail was set at $37,308. Tom Hanks' flight drama Sully is the number one movie in North America for a second consecutive week after earning an additional $22 million in receipts, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in number 2 is Blair Witch with $9.7 million, followed by Bridget Jones' Baby at number 3 with $8.2 million. Snowden at number 4 with $8 million, and Don't Breathe at number 5 with $5.6 million. Rounding out the top tier are When the Bow Breaks at number 6 with $5.5 million, Suicide Squad at number 7 with $4.7 million, The Wildlife at number 8 with $2.7 million, Kubo and the Two Strings at number 9 with $2.5 million, and Pete's Dragon at number 10 with $2 million. Now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1973, the death of a country rock pioneer inspires a car crime. On this date in 1973, 26-year-old musician Gram Parsons died of multiple drug use, morphine, tequila, in a California motel room. His death inspired one of the most bizarre automobile-related crimes on record. 2 of his friends stashed his body into a borrowed hearse and drove it into the middle of the Joshua Tree National Park, where they dosed it with gasoline and set it on fire. Parsons' music helped define the country rock sound, and his records have influenced everyone from the Rolling Stones to Wilco. But like many musicians of his generation, Parsons struggled with drugs and alcohol. His child was unhappy. His father committed suicide when he was 12, and his mother died of alcohol poisoning on the day he graduated from high school. He dropped out of Harvard and moved to California, where he played with bands like the Byrds on their seminal album Sweetheart of the Rodeo and the Flying Burrito Brothers, and released 2 celebrated solo albums with the then unknown Emmylou Harris singing backup. At a friend's funeral a few months before his death, Parsons made a drunken pact with his road manager, Phil Kaufman. If anything should happen to one of them, the other would take his body to Joshua Tree and cremate it. And so, after Parsons overdosed, Kaufman and a roadie named Michael Martin met his coffin at the Los Angeles airport for complicated reasons involving a disputed inheritance. His stepfather had arranged it to be flown to Louisiana for a private funeral in a borrowed hearse with broken windows and no license plates. The hearse belonged to Martin's girlfriend, who used it to carry tents and other gears on camping trips. They convinced the airport staff that the Parsons family had changed its mind about the flight, loaded the coffin into the car, and drove 200 miles to the Mojave Desert, stopping along the way to fill a 5-gallon tin can with gasoline. They drove into the Joshua Tree and dragged the coffin to the foot of the majestic Cap Rock, where they dosed it with the gas and tossed a match. Coffin and Martin were arrested, but since stealing bodies was not actually a crime in California, they were fined $300 each, plus $750 for the ruined coffin. They raised the money by holding a Capper concert starring Bobby Pickett and the Crypt Keepers, who played their hit Monster Mash over and over. Parsons' remains are buried in New Orleans. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, September 19th. 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.